a shiny hunting ASMR video, and today we are shiny hunting for the Shiny Terror Raid and Massive Outbreak event. During this recording, we were doing ground types, so I was hunting for Paldean Whooper. I think I said that right. Mudbray and Drillbur. But by the time this video is up, the event will switch to the fire types Vulpix, Nummel, and Sharkadet, or Sharkadet. I don't know how to say that one either. I really wanted to get Mudray because during the stream I didn't get a single one. The past week I've been trying to shiny hunt for these ground types. So, I really focused on that this video. But I haven't done a shiny hunting ramble video in a while, so I thought it's time for another one, and here we are. Headphone warning though, this video is gonna be different than my previous rambles where I'm just rambling randomly. This is also kind of a mic test video or audio test that I kind of wanted to kind of cross-reference with you guys, if that's the right term. But I wanted to share my process and thoughts on my current videos and my current video audio quality. I will be changing mic settings and switching my condenser mic from a mixer to an audio interface in this video as a result of, this process. And that is the reason for this warning. The sound volume may change as you progress through the video because of changing mic settings and also from mixer to interface. I still don't know how much the quality or sound will change, so I'm just giving you guys this fair warning again, just so I don't jump scare you guys or startle you or hurt your eardrums. But I will be warning you between each change as I ramble so that you can adjust accordingly, or, fix your volume, take off your headphones just to see how loud or low it will be. So there will be a warning in between each change. But also feel free to just skip this video if that is not something you're interested in. If you're not interested in participating in this experiment. This is a sort of experiment because this will be a trial and error kind of thing all in one video. And I am kind of subjecting you guys, my viewers, to be the test subject for this experiment. But yeah, if you don't want to participate or you're not interested in having to change your audio throughout the video, just skip this. Okay? But don't worry, I will also be doing some random miscellaneous topics to ramble about when I'm done with the audio rambles, in case you are interested in this video but you don't want to hear me ramble and rant about boring audio editing stuff. But if you are interested, that's what we're talking about. And again, when I'm done, other things. With that said, the test began the moment you play this video, and this first part of the video is being recorded on an audio mixer, or the audio is being recorded on an audio mixer with no limit. It's raw audio, no edits except for probably noise reduction. And this audio is the audio quality that I've been using for the past year or so for my videos. And I don't know if you guys notice it, but later on we're gonna switch it up and you guys can compare. If you guys prefer this that's the audio we're using right now. But yeah, the reason I am even making this video, besides, we're overdue for a shiny hunting ramble, the reason the topic is audio quality, specifically for this channel. I've talked about this recently on stream, I think a couple times, but I've kind of reached a slump in terms of I am kind of frustrated with the audio quality of my videos. I don't know if I just recently noticed it or if I'm just like getting a little burnt out, and because I have been pumping out videos consistently on this channel. I don't think I've taken a break for a bit. I don't think I want to take a break for a bit. Like, I'm still enjoying the process of content creation. It's just, I think it's just the audio is something I'm not really happy with right now. I don't know when I noticed it, but it's been like the past couple months or so where I'm just like, I'm not happy with the quality of my video as a result, because at the end of the day, ASMR is about the sounds of the video. And yeah, so bad audio quality for my eyes, or in my ears to be more specific, is not to par, then my whole videos not up to par. Does that make sense? And now that you know the context of why I'm even making this video in the first place, set up or out of the way, or in the air, I will now be adding edits, or I'm going to edit this audio. So we are still going to be using the mixer, but it will have a limit and a gain, plus the noise reduction. But yeah, starting right now. So this is the audio from the first part, but basically edited or heavily edited. So again, I use noise reduction in my videos ever since I first started this channel. It's like one of the basics on ASMR editing. You have to do noise reduction. Well, you don't have to. If you prefer the white noise or like loud background, then you don't have to, but most prefer to like do some sort of noise reduction in their audio, just to like tone down the white noise, like the electric fans, or maybe background noise, like noise you don't want in your videos. But yeah, so that's kind of been like the only edit I've done in these videos, just noise reduction on Audacity. But ever since I started noticing I'm not happy with the audio quality in my videos, I decided to look more into audio editing. Not just video editing, but audio editing specifically. And ASMR even more specifically, because audio editing for regular videos can be similar to ASMR editing, but again, ASMR is its own genre, so I feel like the editing will be different than, regular audio editing. So I made sure to check for tutorials just for ASMR editing. And I think the main ones that I picked up that I would want was limiters or limit, and adding gain to audio, which I didn't realize I was already kind of doing in my videos, but instead of doing it in Audacity, I've just been adding gain through my editing software, my video editor. So you guys know I used to use Sony Vegas, but I've recently switched over to DaVinci Resolve just to learn a new editing software, and I actually really enjoy DaVinci Resolve now. And on DaVinci Resolve, which is like a whole nother tutorial, I found out there's this editing feature just for audio called Fairlight. And I've been dabbling in that noise reduction can sometimes distort your audio to the point where, like, if it's too soft and you add noise reduction, it distorts it, so it's like the quality of your own voice is changed during that process. So I've also kind of been not only just focusing on audio editing videos, I've kind of just been looking at like ASM artists, of course, like other ASM artists that actually share their editing process. And I will link all of the videos or channels, not even just videos, but channels I've looked at if you're also interested in this. Again, if you're just dabbling in ASMR or you're up and coming ASMR artist, I feel like these are some very interesting or important videos to check out. Because again, audio is very important in this line of content creation. So yeah, or if you're just, like learning new things, I'll link them in the description. But I was looking at the queen herself's gentle whispering. She had like great tips. Hers was more focused on just like mics in general and comparing them, like condenser mics, Blue Yeti, the Tascams, stuff like that. Dynamic, I don't remember if she talked about dynamic, but hers was kind of just like mics in general. But in one snippet, she did talk about how like she had a tip recording in low gain and then just amping the gain post-edit, like during edit, is a great way to like make sure you don't get too much of that background noise, but also making sure your video is not too soft. And that's kind of where limit and gain comes in. And when she pointed that out, I kind of dove into a rabbit hole to figure out how to increase the volume of my audio without distorting or ruining the original audio too much. And I started talking about like different things like boxy, tinny, hollow noise, or my favorite one is like artifacts. And yeah, so I learned about that, and limit and gain kind of go hand in hand in terms of like it helps increase your audio levels after noise reduction, so that again, after noise reduction the white noise is gone but your voice is still there, kind of thing. So I dabbled on that with DaVinci Resolve, but even when I was still doing that, I was still unhappy with the quality of my audio for some reason. You guys can kind of timestamp when I started getting curious about audio quality. I did a post a little while back talking about YouTube's new feature, stable volume, and I noticed it on my videos, and I noticed it on other ASM artist videos, and then I noticed it's actually in a lot of videos, not just ASMR, but I mainly watch ASMR, so it's kind of like there. And yeah, so I was already thinking about how my audio was to you guys during that post. It just wasn't like kind of criticizing myself yet. At that point I was just curious, and I was wanting to learn more about audio in general. Right now I'm kind of like criticizing, like I'm at that self-critic kind of thing, like you're your own critic. So yeah, that's the point of this video. Like, am I crazy, or is like the audio different now? Maybe you guys won't even notice there's a change in quality or like volume at all when I post this, and it might just be me after like years of editing these videos. I might have just gone bonkers or something, like, I don't know. Now that we're gonna be moving on to the topic of audio mixer versus audio interface, which was the next part of my audio editing journey, I will now be doing another headphone warning, or just, warning in general, that we are changing settings again. So volume may go up, may go down. It's just a warning for headphone users. I will be switching from my audio mixer to an audio interface starting right now. that's what they're called. Instead of a mixer, I am using an interface. So this is my Rode NT1 condenser mic, and that is the only mic throughout this whole, that is the controlled variable, I guess is what we can say for this little experiment we are doing. But yeah, I just had to put that in. But again, based on just my Audacity levels, this looks a lot louder or a lot higher in terms of audio than the mixer. But that's again just my opinion. You guys can tell me if there is an audio difference in terms of loudness, clarity, or quality, overall quality. But before I bought this interface, I was again just looking at how to make my audio quality better, and I found this video of audio mixer versus audio interface, and I was like, what was that? What is the difference between a mixer and interface? Because I had to re-look it up, because it's been a while since I had my audio mixer, but I have an audio mixer. That is what it says on my box and what it says when I look it up. And I was like, oh, what is an audio interface then? And I found out that a lot of ASM artists, when they have a condenser mic, they use an audio interface, not really a mixer. I think the most popular one is the Scarlett Focusrite. I think that's the brand Focusrite. I don't really know like the terms, but that's kind of what I remember. So, I had to look up what an audio interface is. Those things are pricey. The Focusrite by itself is like almost 120, 130, and it's like an older model. The more newer one and better ones, so if like you want to set up 2 mics instead of just one, they can go up to 300. And then the studio quality ones, like the ones they use in music studios, like recording artists, can go up to like thousands. But you don't need that for like everyday YouTube videos, so most people will opt in for like the Scarlett Focusrite brand, because those are the more affordable ones. But yeah, so I dove again into a new rabbit hole. I'm in like a lot of rabbit holes now, and I found out that mixers are better for live streams and podcasts, and audio interfaces are better for recording your audio in the quality, like a live recording, in the quality it is. Because a mixer will already put like some effects before it goes into your computer. So like maybe it'll already have noise reduction, or maybe it'll add maybe a compressor or something like that. I'm not sure of the details. All I know is it will already sort of edit the audio coming out of the amp, is what I'm just gonna call all the boxes, the mixer itself, once it goes into your computer or your recording software. Whereas the audio interface will not do anything, and it will just give you the freedom to like edit your audio into your own software in your own way. It just takes the audio, records it raw. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, if they're like audio engineers or people who are into like audio editing or just into that stuff. Correct me, but that's what I understood the difference between a mixer and interface is. So with those details, one can deduce or figure out that mixer is better live, because it has like it edits the quality of your voice for you, and you don't have to like do it yourself, of course, because you're doing live. You don't have to do that. You don't have time to do that. Whereas an interface is better for actually recording your voice quality as is. So like you can decide if you want to add these edits or not, because again, at the end of the day, the edits can distort your voice and reduce the quality of your voice. And I thought maybe that's what was happening with my mixer, because before I switched to condenser mic, I've just been using regular USB mic. So I would use, my very first one was a Blue Yeti, the trusty, old-fashioned, like trustworthy ASMR artists go-to Blue Yeti. I have like 3 of them now. My OG black one just gave up one day, and I now have 2 white ones. And I switched to a V-Fine K something something. It was also a USB mic, but it was, I think, it may have been a dynamic mic. No, I could be also wrong. It could just be a regular USB mic, but maybe it was dynamic. I'm not sure. All I know is like it sounded crispier than the Blue Yeti. Like it didn't have as much white noise as the Blue Yeti. But that also gave up at one point. And when I say gave up, like they still kind of worked, but not for ASMR. Like there was this weird ringing noise for the V-Fine, and for the black Blue Yeti, the OG one I had, it just started getting crackly every time I talked. And it wasn't quite noticeable, but if you're listening to ASMR, you can notice that, and it can get annoying. So I invested in a condenser mic, and I found out condenser mics had to go through, again, either a mixer or an interface, and anything that can handle, that had like a 48 volt, like it can handle 48 volts, so yeah. So that's why I chose the first thing. I got a mixer. It's what Amazon recommended for me, I guess, because at the time live streaming was very popular. But I didn't think to ask myself or research what would have been best for voice quality or ASMR purposes until now. So that is why we are here, and why I am making this video. I want to just like hear it for myself, the difference, like once I put them all together in this video edit, because of course right now I'm just recording them individually, but once I hear them like in a whole video, like cohesively, is that the word? In just one video, maybe it'll be easier to compare. I also don't want to like have that bias of that of myself being the only one checking it out. That's why like I was very iffy on making this video in the first place, but again, I feel like multiple brains are better than one, or in this case, multiple pairs of ears are better than 2 pairs, just 1 pair of ears, sorry, not 2, that would be 4, but 1 pair of ears. So I also have like the bias of like I already feel like my quality is bad, but maybe just like it's just again been the years of just constantly editing my own thing. And I don't know, I just feel stagnant. Usually I would do something like I started TikTok, or I started Twitch streaming, or I started doing other things like some vlog ASMRs, shorts. But now I'm just like, oh, maybe I need to fix my audio quality. That's kind of like where I'm at right now. But again, that could be the self-critic, the tiny voice in my head talking. So I kind of just wanted to get your guys' opinions and just see if like maybe it is just me, or you guys hear it too. And at the end of the day, I also kind of just wanted to see if you did notice a huge difference. If you guys prefer the mixer over the interface quality, and also the raw audios with just noise reduction, or if you guys like the more heavily edited audios with limiter gain. I tried using compressor. I was not a big fan. using it right. So I don't use compressor. Another thing or not a lot, but some ASM artists recommended in general was just compressors. But I couldn't do it right. I didn't like it. So I just stuck to limiter and gain and again noise reduction. But this part of the video right now is just the audio interface, raw, unedited. But yeah, that's kind of just like where my head's been at, what I've been thinking these past couple months. It hasn't been too long, but I feel like 2 months is pretty long to be stuck in your own head, right? Like, you can go crazy in there. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, so I thought it'd be best just to share this with my community. Yeah, when I'm watching my VODs for the live streams, the audio is a bit more crispy, a lot more clear than when I'm listening to my own YouTube ASMR videos. Like, they're a lot louder too, and again, I don't know if it's just because I'm live streaming and it's meant for live streaming and not recording and editing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's it. Again, if you're also interested in kind of getting the same tips and tricks and advice that I've been looking at, I will put the YouTube links to the specific videos I watched and also like just specific channels just for the editing part, because I feel like audio interface and mixer, I watched a lot of different videos for that, and that's kind of just audio recording or recording in general, and I kind of just wanted to keep the links to like maybe aspiring ASMR artists, you know, or people interested in audio editing, but and not necessarily like the equipment. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's where my headspace was at in my process and my thoughts and what I've learned. I'm pretty sure I've missed some things, but I don't want to ramble again too much about just one topic. I'm not sure if all of you would have found this interesting. I hope some of you have. But I do want to talk about some other things that have been on my mind while we're doing this ramble video. So I will now be switching to a different mic setting again, just a warning. This time it will be still the audio interface, but it will be edited with a limiter and gain. Starting right now. Okay, so this is the audio interface with a limiter gain. I use the limiter and gain from just like my video editing software, not on Audacity. I don't really know if that makes a difference. I just feel like it's easier for me process-wise just to do everything in one place. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. But we're moving on from the audio stuff. I'm so sorry I brought that back up, but two things I wanted to talk about. I've been talking a lot about this in the streams, especially the shiny hunting streams. But you guys know I've been very vocal about my thoughts on the Switch 2 and upcoming Pokemon Legends Z to A. Again, if you are getting either Switch 2, Pokemon Legends Z to A, or both, I am not judging you. This is a safe place. I am just stating my opinion on both. If you are happy with your purchase and you're enjoying your time with the Switch 2, and you're excited for the Pokemon Legends Z to A and you pre-ordered it, I am happy for you too. This is just a personal thing, but personal thoughts. But previously, or until recently, I have said no, I will not be getting Pokemon Legends Z to A at all. I just feel like it feels like it's a big push for people to buy Nintendo Switch 2. Like, it feels like a big part of showcasing a new Pokemon game is like, hey, course, especially with their Pokemon IP. I don't know what it is with Pokemon, but they're like a little bit, they feel a little scummy out of every other title in the Nintendo franchise. But I don't want to get into that because that's a whole separate thing. But I love Pokemon way too much to like actually boycott it completely. I know I'm like putting my money where my mouth is or whatever. I don't think that's the right term, but with the recent Pokemon Legends C to A announcements, I did say this before, I had a stance, and that stance was fragile, because again, I am a diehard Pokemon fan, and if they showed me something, like anything, I might be really interested in, I may budge, and actually go for the game. I will not get the Switch 2 until I really have to, or until there's a special edition like the Animal Crossing Switch one, where I have to have it. But right now, I am not compelled to buy Switch 2 just to play one game. For that price also. So no, I will state it now, I'm not getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. But I am now 75%, maybe even 80% debating on getting Pokemon Legends Z to A. And that is because, one, with a new Pokemon game coming out, a lot of people have been really interested in Pokemon, and usually when there's an interest in a new game, they look up old games or like playthroughs of old games. I've kind of been getting a resurgence of people watching my old playthroughs and saying, thank you for uploading this, or thank you for playing this. Like, it helped me decide what game to get, or like it made me want to get Sword and Shield, Pokemon Arceus, insert Pokemon game title here, Brilliant Diamond. I forgot that one of the reasons I made this channel is to share what I love, and sometimes sharing what you love is to show what you don't like about what you love. And so maybe, I don't know, I could still upload Pokemon Z to A on this channel, but I will be doing it on the Switch one, because that's kind of like the ugly side of Nintendo Pokemon. Like, how can you optimize Switch 2 but not optimize the previous generation game? Like, why is the hardware still bound, right? Especially when Breath of the Wild, that IP exists in the same console. Like, potatoes, it's the same console, but such different quality. But yeah, I could honestly just showcase Pokemon Z to A on the channel like I always do with every new Pokemon title, just because, you know, I feel like people sometimes come to my channel just to watch, and it's honestly, you know, why I created the channel in the first place, for people to enjoy watching stuff. But then again, you know, that's why I'm still only at 80%. I don't know how many of you guys actually want me to play that. And also, like, I don't know how, like, genuinely excited I can be with a game like I at first did not want to get at all, because most of the games I've played on this channel are games that I've been excited to play or really wanted to play. This is the first time in a Pokemon game I was like, oh, I don't feel anything really. It's cool, it's Pokemon, but do I want it? So, that goes to my second point. Oh, there have been some cool things like the Mega Evolutions. I think they've been the best part of the actual showcase for if I want to get the game or not, because I feel like the new designs are so cool, and they're well thought of, and they actually put effort into it. My favorite so far has been Victory Bell and Halucha's Victory Bell and Halucha's Mega Evolutions. I think they're really dope, they're really cool. And yeah, and also the battle system, the new battle system with the link battles. I think it's called Link Battle. It's the Battle Royale 4-way, where you can just link up with people online and battle them until you get the most points or something like that. I thought that was a really fun way to play battles, because I always thought Pokemon lacked a way to connect with other people other than trading or battling, and I feel like this is a fun casual way where you still get to battle, but it doesn't feel as competitive as the traditional battles, online battles. And I think it's also cool that it's something we could do for fun from time to time as a community, if I do get the game, like, but yeah, those are just kind of been my thoughts, because I think it's September by the time this video goes up, it'll be like a month before the release of Zeta A. I feel like it's time to finally, like, really think about, I guess I get asked about it a lot still. I think I've been asked about it at least once every single stream by somebody, and I get it. This channel's foundation was a Pokemon ASMR channel. Of course, I would get asked if I'm gonna play the new Pokemon game. I understand that's kind of the reputation I built on this platform, but yeah, so kinda thought I should just put like a statement, official statement. But as I said on stream, it will probably be up to you guys at the end of the day. I enjoy Pokemon enough that if you guys want me to play it, I will, and I've seen enough where I'm like, yeah, I'm down to give it a try. Like, it's okay. I've given them my money in the past. I will probably keep giving them my money in the future until I really don't want to anymore. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. The poll, it'll probably be a community poll, so look out for that. It'll probably come out like in the middle of this month, so give me like at least like 2 weeks or so, maybe even 3 weeks, for you guys to like vote and decide, and to help me decide if I get the game or not. It's also an excuse because I'm indecisive. I'm kind of, again, it's like at 80% I'm willing to get the game, but I'm like, do I really want to play it? So the indecisiveness kind of hit. And you guys know how bad I am at deciding things for myself, so community poll it is. I did say I had like a couple things more to ramble about, but I don't remember the other one, and I feel like this was the big one besides the audio quality. I just wanted to let you guys know that I have decided, and I've decided to let you guys decide. And I'm okay with anything, guys. I honestly am. So if you want me to play it, I will play it. No worries. But I think that's my last thoughts for this video. I'm sorry if this ramble was kind of serious, like, for both topics. I just really wanted to, like, kind of use shiny hunting ASMR as a way to ease in this announcement, because I knew it would be a long one, and I didn't want to type it out or make, like, a random video about it. So, like, shiny hunting rambling already exists on my page, so this now exists. Again, let me know which of the audio settings and amps you prefer, or honestly, if you don't hear any difference at all, I would really, really appreciate all of your feedback. Or honestly, if you don't care and you're just listening to fall asleep, I hope you slept well or fell asleep and this video is just playing and no one's really listening anymore. At the end of the day, this video is for